good day. So I'll be reporting about the definition and composition of soil. So what is soil science? It is the study of soil, including what it's made and how it works. It looks at how soil supports plant growth, holds water, and helps recycle nutrients. People use soil science to grow better crops, protect the environment, and manage the land properly. So there are two approaches in the study of soil science. First is the pedological approach. It is a study of how soil forms and changes over time. It looks at soil layers, types, and the natural processes like weathering and climate that shape. This approach helps us to understand soil as a part of the nature and the Earth's history. So second approach is the etymological approach. It studies how soils affect plants and how it can be used for farming. It focuses on soil's roles in growing crops, holding water, and providing nutrients. This approach helps farmers and the gardeners use the soil in the best way to grow healthy plants. So there are 8 fields of specialization in soil science. First is the soil fertility. So how well the soil can support the plant growth. So fertile soil has the right nutrients, water, and air that plants need to grow strong and healthy. So second is the soil conservation and management. It is the protecting soil from damage and using it wisely. This includes the practices like preventing erosion, adding nutrients, and rotating the crops to keep the soil healthy. Third is the soil microbiology. It is a study of tiny living things in the soil, like bacteria and fungi. These microbes help break down the dead plants and animals, making the nutrients available for the new plants. So fourth is the soil genesis, morphology, and classification. Soil genesis is the study of how soil forms over time from rocks, water, air, and living things. Soil morphology looks at the soil physical features like color, texture, and layers. The last is soil classification, means the grouping of soils in the types of base and their properties to better understand and manage them. Fifth is the soil physics. It is a study of how soil behaves and how things like water, air, and heat to move through. It helps us understand how soils holds water and support plant roots and reacts to weather, the plant growth, like nutrients and pH levels. Soil mineralogy. Soil mineralogy looks like a tiny minerals in the soil that come from the rocks and help the nutrients. So together with soil chemistry and soil mineralogy, they help to understand how soil feeds the plants and how to keep it healthy. So last is land use, means how people use the land for different purposes like farming, building homes, growing forests, or setting up factories. It helps the plan the best way to use the land without harming the environment. So there are 4 principal components of soil. First is the air, second water, third mineral, and last is the organic matter. So sa organic matter, there are 3 types matter, which is the humus or organisms and the roots. Soil properties. So there are 3 types of properties. First is the physical properties, which includes the texture, structure, density, porosity, color, moisture content, and water holding capacity. So the second property is the biological property, which is the macroorganisms and microorganisms. Then the third property is the chemical properties, which includes the nutrients content, pH. So dili ni nalimot ko. Katayon lagi. So the third property is the chemical properties, which includes nutrient content, pH, cation exchange capacity, electrical conductivity, and redox potential. So there are four major components of soils. This is the mineral matter, which is the organic or non-living. So second, organic matter from living things. And soil water, water in the soil. And soil, air, gases that present in the soil. So volume composition of mineral soils. So mineral matter contains 45% and normally composed of small rock fragments and minerals, and formed by weathering and in variable sizes. And organic matter contains 5%. This decomposes the organic materials by the action of microorganisms. Humus, the black substance, which is the end product of OM decomposition, and usually the black or dark brown in the color of colloidal in nature. So, functions of soil organic matter. So first is promote the granulation or aggregation. Second, major source of nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Third is the increases water and holding capacity. And fourth, the main source of energy for soil organisms. And fifth is the increases of nutrients holding capacity of the soil. And sixth is the increases the ability of soil to resist the drastic pH changes. So there are two kinds of soil base of soil organic matter. So first is the mineral soil, a soil that contains less than 20% by the weight of organic C. And organic soil is a soil that contains greater than or equal to 20% by the weight of organic C. So volume of composition of soils. This is the continuation of the mineral matter. So soil water contains 25% and it occupies the pore space, and it performs the following functions, which is the universal solvent, nutrient carrier, nutrient itself, and stabilize the soil temperature. And soil air contains 25%, which occupies the pore spaces and not occupied by the water principal gases. So, uses and functions of soils. So, solid and good foundation material for the building roads and highways are also exerting the strong influence on the lifespan of these structures. The engineering uses the soil demand knowledge of the diversities of soil properties which vary from one location to another. Third is the foundation of houses and factories, thus determining whether the foundations are adequate. Soil is an important building matter and forms the earth filled with baked bricks. Fourth is absorbing the medium to domestic wastes through the septic sewages system and other waste from the industrial, municipal, and animal sources. Fifth is for making pots, jug, plates, and other household for usable structures. Sixth is the growth medium for plant and supplying water, air, and mechanical support for plant roots, as well as the heat and to enhance chemical reactions. 7 is the major supplier of the plant nutrients that are essential for plant growth. So these nutrients are solely released from the unavailable forms in the solid framework of minerals and organic matter to exchangeable sites that associated with soil colloids, and finally to readily available ions in the soil solution. So the nature of the vegetation and types of animals on the land is dictated by the properties of the soil. And lastly, habitat for several living organisms including microorganisms, reptiles, and even mammals, which in turn to help improving the soil structure and fertility. So that's it for our discussion today. you.